Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So, we know that Tarnished Edition is going to release soon-ish. They have not given us any release date, but information about the new stats for the new classes have been sparse, but recently we've had access to one of the new classes. Now we have access to both. So here are the new stats for the Light Knight that features a new shield, and also people have been saying that the Light Greatsword is Milady. Someone told me that this weapon has been confirmed to not be Milady, so we're looking at a new Light Greatsword. Just by looking at the picture, you can see that the handle is different. It's a different color than the Milady handle, and it's just not exactly the same, but it is a new Light Greatsword apparently. So these are mainly the new stuff that we got for today. Also for the knight from last time, people have been wondering if the sword that this knight was wielding was an ultra great sword or a great sword, but it looks like we're looking at a curved great sword, and we've seen that weapon from different angles. So I just wanted to clarify that. And so these are mainly the updates. When we look at the stats for the new lighter armored knight, we can see that you have very low int and very low arcane. Although mind is at 12 and fate is at 11. So if you were to make a fate melee build or a fate build really of any kind, you might be inclined to go with this one, but depending on if you go melee or not, the heavy knight might have better stats for your build, because the mind here being at 12 is a difference in 5 points compared to the heavier knight, which has 7 in mind. Whereas intelligence here is at 7 on the heavier knight, but arcane on the heavier knight is also at 9. If you were to make, let's say, a melee focused character, let's say a dex build that wields 3 spear, for instance, then you'd have 18 fate, and then you'd have mostly your stats focus on dex, and you would not have any mind or any int or any arcane investment. It would just be purely 18 fate and then dexterity as much as you can get, and also probably 15 strength to wield it. And so if you would compare this sort of stat allocation, you would be looking at a difference of basically 0 points between this knight and the vagabond. The only difference is vagabond would have more points wasted into intelligence and arcane, and you'd have 2 more mind over vagabond, because vagabond has 10 mind, this one has 12, whereas vagabond here has 9 int and 7 arcane. So you basically gain 2 points here for the knight, or gain 2 points with intelligence and arcane, and you lose 2 points in mind. But I mean, technically mind is not a useless stat depending on your character, whereas if you're mostly using a dex build or a fate build, usually intelligence and arcane are useless stats on your character. So it's not necessarily the most optimal for every build, but I'm sure you could find a use case for it. Although if you don't plan on using mind, the heavier knight is usually a more optimal version for this sort of stat allocation if you're mostly focused on a melee character, even if it's a fate focused melee character or a dex hybrid with some fate to wield certain weapons. Either way, these are the stats that we're looking at. On a different note, patch 1.16.1 has been revealed to be useless, as From Software patched one way of doing the bow glitch, but several other ways remain. So yeah, I'll show a quick clip of a new method just by two-handing your weapon, getting the exact same effect. I think what FromSoft should have done is probably remove the massive hitbox for the pickbone arrow, as this is really the only like broken application that this bow glitch really has. It's with these arrow type, because if you do this glitch with like other tumble buffing other stuff, the effect, you know, might not even be like even worth it for the effort you have to give to get a tumble buff. It's really, you know, dead blight on specific setups that is problematic. So I mean, there's other ways they could address it, but either way, bottom line is the bow glitch has not been fixed, and there are other ways to do it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this quick update. I'll catch you guys up next time. All right, take care, guys.